every time you say no to what doesn't serve you, you are honestly creating so much room and so much space for the beautiful things that your soul says yes to. Hi, welcome back to The Woman Experience. I am so glad you're here. If you're new, my name is Edith and I talk all things personal development, leveling up, becoming the best version of yourself, becoming high value. So, becoming high value. By the way, if you haven't watched my previous episode on what it requires to get to self-mastery, please watch some of those questions and let me know what you think. Today, I want to talk about the investments that you can make as a woman on your journey to becoming high value. Remember, on this channel, high value for us means becoming the best version of yourself. Because here's the truth. The quality of your life, I believe, is a direct reflection of how much investment you have made in yourself, your knowledge, your mindset, your health, your network, your truths, your power, everything. So when we see you, we see how much you value yourself. So today, I want to share some of the ways you can become high value by investing in yourself. I'm still very much on this journey, just like all of you, because if you're on this channel, something tells me you're someone who's really invested in becoming better as the days go by. I'm still struggling with some of the aspects of this, but I learn and I take you along with me so that we're becoming better. So here are the kinds of investments I believe that as a woman, if you want to become high value, you should be making. So number one, invest your mind. Girl, I want you to upgrade your thinking. Remember, your mind is your greatest tool. So how are you sharpening it? How are you making sure that you know what's happening around you? You're filling your brain and your mind with things that propel you forward. So a high value woman constantly upgrades her thinking. So she reads books that challenge her, and shout out to the girlies that are reading, I don't know, more than 2 books a month. Please share your tips. This year I've started a bit slow, but I am now, gaining momentum. So she listens to, amazing podcasts, things that expand her worldview. She takes courses that elevates her, her skills and the things she's really good at. So you want to keep learning, you want to keep evolving. You can't always be on TikTok and these other channels and not learning something. And by the way, TikTok is a really powerful platform, depending on what you want to get out of it. So make sure if you are on a platform, there's something that's growing you. There's something that you're investing in that's making you more better. Try and have a goal. Read at least a book every 2 or 3 months, or a month if you can do it. This year I'm not doing so well, like I said, on the books, but we are on it. So books, podcasts, talking to people who are further ahead, of you, mentors, find spaces that are constantly expanding your worldview. So number one, invest in knowledge. Number two, this is truly important. I have said it on this channel. I'll keep saying it. Invest in your health, not just for the looks, but for longevity. So that's the other thing I want you to start investing in. Again, I am also not doing so well on this one. Last week, I remember I missed a couple of days in the gym, even after crushing it the previous week. So I need to be consistent on this one. But girl, we are moving our bodies. We are nourishing our bodies. We are eating at least clean most of the time. Or even if we do not know, we are learning and we are prioritizing rest. I want you to think of it this way. If your body was a car, how are you fueling it? Or are you letting it run on empty? So girl, we are investing in our health, not to fit into certain dresses, but which is kind of nice, by the way, as a goal, but because our bodies need to carry us in the future we imagine, whatever that is. That high value future, that high value woman, we want to make sure that we are still alive. And by the way, One thing I always share with people is that your body tends to give you warning signs before it breaks down. Don't get there, girl. And by the way, no one ever went to a workout or workout later and said they hated it. We all enjoy workouts after we've done them. So we are investing in our health, eating the right foods, going to workout, or even doing home workouts, these days we have hot girl walks, whatever it is, we are investing in our health. And if we are not sure, at least we start by learning. Number 3, we are investing in emotional intelligence. Oh my God. If there's one skill I wish I had learned earlier, I wish it was emotional intelligence. Looking back, I would have managed so many situations differently and gotten better results, because a truly powerful woman who is high value isn't just controlled by her emotions. And while as women, emotions are a huge part of us and they are a gift, we need to know how to manage them and use them wisely. So we are investing in making sure that we get the knowledge on emotional intelligence. Please Google about it, read about it, because this one will save you a lot of heartaches, tears, wrong decisions. Do you react or do you respond? Do you hold on to grudges or release what doesn't serve you? Do you know how to communicate the most important things, the difficult conversations, without losing control? For the longest time, I was very, very reactive and always playing victim. And now, because I am slowly learning about emotional intelligence, it's a game changer. It will help you navigate relationships. It will help you navigate careers, business, life. And trust me, this is one investment that will pay in so many areas of your life, but people don't think much of it. So one day on this channel, I hope to tackle it when I feel I have truly conquered. I'm always very honest in the areas I know I am not there yet. And for anyone who's on this channel and you have any tips on emotional intelligence, please share in the comment below. But as high value women, at least we are going to start learning and investing in emotional intelligence. The other thing that we are going to do is we are going to invest in financial independence. Let's be honest. Financial dependence is one of the biggest things that has trapped women into spaces with people that they don't want to be with. So you want to make sure that you have a solid grasp of where your money goes, how best to make money, your ability to make financial decisions. So start asking questions like, do I understand how to make money, how to manage it, how to multiply it? And by the way, a lot of these things I tell you, I will keep repeating. I am on that journey myself. I'm just challenging you to come along with me. Or for those who are further ahead, please let us know in the comments how you're navigating. Am I investing and saving and creating multiple income streams for those who want to pursue that line of work? Am I spending on things that bring long-term value or short-term value? So all of those money conversations, you need to have them with yourself and invest accordingly where you need to. For me, I'm just starting with gaining as much financial knowledge because I feel that's an area in my 20s or 30s I wasn't very keen on. That's why I keep reminding ourselves, how are the ways we can invest in ourselves? Money is one of them. So take a finance course, find a mentor, educate yourself, because money gives you options. And baby, when you have options, you have freedom. I can't insist this enough. It gives you the currency to move in your life in ways you never thought possible. The other thing we're doing is we are investing in our networks. There's a video I did on how proximity is power. That if you are in the right place with the right people at the right time, it can take you from 0 to 100 very fast. One of the greatest life hacks I have realized is trying to get into environments where the future you would want to be like those people. And in proximity is power, I was sharing how it's for some of us, here, it's not that we need more money. We just actually need the right people. When people talk of, destiny helpers, destiny connectors, your networks are so powerful. So are the people in your life inspiring or draining you? Are they helping you grow or keeping you stuck? Do they encourage you or do they belittle you? Do they make you feel bigger or do they make you feel smaller? Do they make you feel guilty or do they make you feel like, oh yes, girl, go, 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 go? So if your current circle isn't elevating you honestly, it's time to level up. Find mentors, join communities, attend events, surround yourself with people who match your future, not your past. And by the way, you are among the lucky few if you already have that circle. Keep it close. There's one I did on a people priority list when I was beginning this channel. I love that episode because it made me, I had to do that to begin to start who are the people I prioritize and those I don't. Who are the people that I really want more of, less of, and all of that. Because these are things no one is talking about, but they are important. The other thing we are going to invest in is our style. Because presentation matters. This is the one thing I fought off the most in my journey to becoming better, because I was always of the opinion that, it's about what you hold in your brain. It's about your values in your value. And while that is important, somehow in this world that we are in, if you want to move in certain spaces, and I hate to admit this, but also it makes you just feel better, confident. When I'm coming on this channel and I do a little bit of makeup, or I'm going to an event and I'm a bit made up, I dress nice, I just feel better. So invest in clothes that make you feel powerful, authentic, grooming that makes you polished, because when you look good, you really do feel good. And by the way, if there's any fashionistas that are following me on this channel, are subscribers, please come to the channel, because we need people like you. I am not one to tackle fashion unless I have a guest or someone who's really good in that area. But we are going to invest in pieces and things that look and feel good, because it's time for us to show differently. One of the things I do realize as women, by the way, why I will insist on you investing in your clothes, is because for the longest time we prioritized, even mothers prioritize buying their kids clothes and never even in pieces for themselves. So this is a big one. It's more like I am now prioritizing me and making sure I get the best. The other thing you're going to do investing in is silence, because stillness honestly has been a game changer for you. For someone who is very talkative and can be in constant noise, And we live in a world of social media, news, opinions. So many things are shaping our lives. And it's not until I discovered the power of silence. In my previous episode, I talked about some of the questions for self-mastery, and it will need you to be in silence, because when you shout out the word every word once in a while, you start to listen to yourself more. So find pockets of silence as much as you can. Journal for those who love journaling. Spend time in nature away from screens. Just find spaces where you truly ask yourself questions. How am I moving? Where am I at this time in my life? So we are investing in our silence and in our own time, because I want us to be so self-obsessed with self-mastery that before you go out into the world, you're so clear in who you are. And by the way, sleeping is my antidote to cutting out all the noise. So for me, when I sleep, and my kids know I nap a lot, it really gives me clarity, creativity, and just to listen to myself. So I want you to invest in your silence. The other thing I want to invest in is learning to say no. I honestly believe that this might be one of the most important investments. Well, I say that for everything on this channel, but the ability to say no, especially for us women, without guilt, is a game changer. Not to relationships that drain you, not to obligations that don't align with your values and where you're trying to go, not to things that take you away from the kind of life you want to build or from your goals. Because every time, and I will keep saying this, every time you say no to what doesn't serve you, you are honestly creating so much room and so much space for the beautiful things that your soul says yes to. So protect your time, protect your energy, protect your peace, and start saying no. One day, when I feel I have the language, I will talk about what saying no, especially to difficult relationships, looks like. Because this is the one area where a lot of women, we are entangled, not just in romantic relationships, but in just general relationships that are not taking you anywhere. And we are not talking enough about these things and how they take away your time and energy. Enough about that. The other thing we are going to do is we are going to try and invest in experiences that grow you, that step out of your comfort zone. When I started this channel last year, I will keep referring to it because it's the one thing that's still very new in my life is the fear. And one of the biggest killers of not doing anything is just fear and not trying new experiences. And by the way, it's becoming easier and easier for me to be on the camera and talk. Remember how I said early in the year about shifting mindset? You just do that thing, okay? But there's also things I want to do for just the sake of joy. You know, get a hobby, try something new that you haven't tried, my dear. It could be, for me, I'm learning how to swim. Can you believe 40-year-old me cannot swim? But anyway, do try hobbies, do read books on topics you know nothing about, because every time you step out of your comfort zone, you remind yourself that really you are becoming someone different, that you can change. Actually, it's just to trick your brain and to tell yourself that, oh, I can change. So please, 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 we are trying new experiences, even if it's once a month, once every 3 months, nothing grand. The idea of my channel is just to try and challenge you so that we are all growing and moving together. And then the very last one that comes to mind is really, we are going to get invested in and get grounded in prayer. This is one that I haven't found the consistency I want, but at the end of the day, the greatest investment you can make is being anchored on faith that grounds you. For me, I believe in God, because sometimes life will come at you. Sometimes when you don't have answers to such difficult, painful, challenging moments, just for me knowing that there's someone greater than me that looks after me is so comforting. Like I said, I'm still working consistently towards this one, but let me tell you, faith and my faith in God and being anchored in prayer is a cornerstone that just keeps me very, very anchored on my path. Because I know for the things, for the dreams I have, for the ambitions I have, for the kind of impact and legacy I want to have, it's much bigger than me. And I hope that that's the case for you, that we're not just dreaming about ourselves. It's about how do we want to show up in the world. Ask God how you can start to build better relationships, improve areas of your life. So please, let's get grounded in prayer. And I hope this episode was helpful because I want all of us to feel like we are the best version of ourselves, and that makes us really high value. So if you haven't done so, please do share, do subscribe. It tells the algorithm that we are building a movement here of women who are unstoppable, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. And if you have anything to share in the comments, I now have an email where you can always reach out to me, write me a note, let me know what you feel, and then we can tackle it in this channel. And if you want to be a guest, I'm also really open to that, because this is a community of learning, of growing, of evolving. And if someone hasn't really told you, you really matter and you are doing great wherever you are, until next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.